African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 1st of October, 2024. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to conduct a special military operation. Units of the North Group of Forces in the Liptsy and Volchansk directions inflicted defeat on formations of the 57th Motorized Infantry Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 36th Marine Brigade, and the 113th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Liptsy, Volchansk, and Volchansky Kuters in the Kharkiv region. The enemy lost up to 95 servicemen, 2 combat armored vehicles, and 3 cars. A field ammunition depot was destroyed. Units of the West Military Group, as a result of decisive actions, liberated the village of Vishnevoe in the Kharkiv region. They inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 44th, 53rd, 60th Mechanized, 4th Tank Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 117th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Stavky, Yampol of the Donetsk People's Republic, Lozove of the Kharkov region, and Nevskoy of the Luhansk People's Republic. 2 counterattacks by assault groups of the 14th and 116th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to 410 servicemen, 5 vehicles, a 155mm howitzer M777 made in the USA, a 155mm howitzer FH-70 made in the UK, 2 122mm howitzers D30, 2 105mm guns M119 made in the USA, and an electronic warfare station Enclave N. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Troops occupied more advantageous positions, defeated the formations of the 24th, 58th, 72nd Mechanized, 56th Motorized Infantry, 143rd Infantry Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, and the 119th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Razliv, Konstantinovka, Fedorovka, Zalizniansk, and Mayskoy of the Donetsk People's Republic. A counterattack by a unit of the 5th Assault Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine was repelled. The enemy lost up to 900 servicemen, 5 vehicles, 155mm howitzers, M777 and M198 made in the USA, a 152mm self-propelled artillery unit Acacia, a 152mm gun D20, a 122mm howitzer D30, and a 105mm howitzer L119 made in Great Britain. An ammunition depot was destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces actively liberated the settlement of Krutoyar in the Donetsk People's Republic. They inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 47th, 151st Mechanized, 95th Airborne Assault, 68th Jaeger Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 109th, 116th, 119th Territorial Defense Brigades, the 12th and 15th National Guard Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Seladovo, Dzержinsk, Nikolaevka, Lysovka, Sukhaya Baka, Drozhba, and Shevchenko of the Donetsk People's Republic. 9 counterattacks by assault groups of the 28th, 47th, 150th, 151st and 154th Mechanized and 25th Airborne Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to 635 servicemen, a US-made M113 armored personnel carrier, 3 armored combat vehicles, 2 automobiles, a 152mm MSTAB howitzer, 3 152mm D20 guns, and 2 122mm D30 howitzers. Units of the East Group of Forces improved their tactical position, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 58th Motorized Infantry Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 127th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Dobrovoly, Zolote and Niva, and Rivnopil of the Donetsk People's Republic. 2 counterattacks by assault groups of the 72nd Mechanized Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces were repelled. The enemy lost up to 125 servicemen, a tank, an infantry fighting vehicle, 6 cars, a Polish-made 155mm self-propelled artillery unit Crab, and a 122mm howitzer D-30. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Dnieper Group of Forces inflicted losses on formations of the 35th Marine Brigade, the 39th Coastal Defense Brigade, and the 124th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Molotok-Machka in the Zaporizhia region, Antonovka in the Kherson region, and the city of Kherson. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 60 servicemen, 3 vehicles, and an enclave and electronic warfare station. 3 field ammunition depots were destroyed. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile forces, and artillery of the Russian Armed Forces groups struck concentrations of enemy manpower and military equipment in 128 areas. Air defense systems shot down 3 U.S.-made Adams operational tactical missiles, 3 U.S.-made HIMARS rockets, and 31 Ukrainian aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. Since the beginning of the special military operation, a total of 646 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 32,558 unmanned aerial vehicles, 579 anti-aircraft missile systems, 18,468 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,469 multiple launch rocket systems, 15,450 field artillery pieces and mortars, and 26,765 special military vehicles have been destroyed. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.